Hey everyone, welcome to the very first devlog of my brand new Sci-Fi Action Stealth game. It's set in a not-so-pleasant dystopian future run by, you guessed it, big bad corporations. Because who doesn't love a good old corporate takeover story, right? Our protagonist, an undying half-human, half-cyborg mercenary who's been roaming the earth for over 1,000 years. We'll dive deeper into the riveting backstory in a future video, mostly because I'm still writing it. And also, suspense is fun. Now let's talk about movement, because what's a cool sci-fi hero without equally cool acrobatics? The game has movement in all directions, but with a locked camera view. If you're thinking, wait, that might feel restrictive, don't worry. I added a zoom option so you can still see enough of the chaos around you. Because who doesn't want a bigger view of the carnage? I also added a lean animation to make the character's movement smoother and more natural. I'm pretty happy with it. I mean, if my half-cyborg can't lean with style, what's the point of living 1,000 years, right? Jump and double jump. The double jump can happen once after your initial jump. You'll be able to upgrade it later, increasing both jump count and jump force. Because nothing says I'm unstoppable like being able to triple or quadruple jump your way out of trouble, eventually. Dash. Get ready for invincibility frames. These let you swoosh through enemy attacks for a short duration. They interrupt any of your actions or attacks, meaning you can basically bail out of your problems at any time. Thinking about making your attacks interrupt your dash too. I even threw in a subtle trail effect and a short camera field of view zoom for extra flair when you dash. In case that's not enough, objects near you get a physics-based surprise, flying out of your way like they've just seen the rent for next month. I'm also considering applying the same effect to enemies, so they'll scatter like bowling pins. Fun times. Lastly, I've started tinkering with a free climb system, but since it's still a baby concept, I'll cover it in a future video. Let's just say you'll be scaling walls in style. Now onto the part where you actually get to hack and slash your way through corporate minions, combat and abilities. Our hero is all about melee combat, aided by high-tech gadgets and an arsenal of fancy swords. Why swords in a futuristic setting, you might ask? Because swords are timeless, obviously. Each sword grants special powers. Eventually, you'll be able to fuse weapons to combine their abilities into one big, unstoppable boss-slaying tool. Yes, it's every sword wielder's dream. Right now, I've started prototyping a katana named Kurokage, which translates to Black Shadow. Because in the world of sci-fi ninjas, you can never have too much edge. Kurokage's special ability is stealth. It makes you invisible for a short time. Sneaking up on unsuspecting goons has never been easier. Over time, you'll be able to extend that invisibility. I'm also toying with a lifesteal feature, because who doesn't want to steal health energy from enemies and laugh at their misery? On the basic combat side, Kurokage currently features a 7-hit combo with varying damage. Each slash has a subtle trail effect, which I kept minimal because a giant flashy slash effect kind of screamed, "Look at me," a bit too much. Finally, let's talk environments, because I can't just have you slashing enemies in an empty void. I've started blocking out High City, a neighborhood in our lovely dystopia. Picture neon signs, towering skyscrapers, markets bustling with drones, heavily armed soldiers, and maybe a few robots thrown in for good measure. Of course, there will be citizens everywhere, workers, slaves, high-class elites, you name it. Gotta give you that feeling of a sprawling corporate-run metropolis. Right now, it's pretty basic, just the bare-bones geometry. But hey, it's a start, and I can't wait to fill it with all sorts of questionable activities. And that's all I've got for this devlog. I hope you enjoyed this peek into my sci-fi action stealth extravaganza. Let me know your thoughts on the movement, the dash effects, the Kurokage sword ability, and whether you think bigger slash trails would make you feel more epic or just distract you to no end. Your feedback might just prevent me from making a questionable design choice, or encourage me to make an even worse one. Either way, it's a win-win. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon if you want to watch this game evolve into the craziest corporate takedown simulator you never knew you needed. I'll see you in the next video.